Today we are doing a little walkover of one of the tributaries that flows into the Little Beaver Kill.
My name is Leslie Zucker, and I'm the Stream Program Coordinator with the Ashokan Stream Management Program.
And I am Allison Lent. I am the Stream Assessment Coordinator.
We're an organization that's a partnership between three organizations. I work for Cornell Cooperative Extension of Ulster County. We're one of the three organizations.
And I work with Ulster County Soil and Water Conservation District. And we are also, another one of our partners is the New York City Department of Environmental Protection.
And they're our funder. So they fund CCE and the Soil and Water District to do these stream assessments that we've been talking about today, and then develop management recommendations and then implement them working with the towns, the county, and even private landowners.
As part of this assessment that we're doing in the Little Beaver Kill watershed is we're trying to actually physically map a lot of stream features such as erosion, revetment, where we might find plant material sources like willows and dogwoods, and where we might find good planting sites to do some buffer restoration. And to do that, we actually have a GPS unit, and we record features in this unit, and we record attributes to go along with that. We might record, okay, if it's bank erosion, we will record what the bank material is, what it's eroding into, how high it is, what the angle is, how much roots are there. Or if it's like a potential planting site, like behind me, we would want to gather information about what are the dimensions, like how much space do we have to work with to improve the riparian buffer. We also are interested in areas where we might be seeing a little excess sediment deposition, such as like this bar right here coming up to this culvert. So we will also record that culvert, which is further downstream from us. Once we collect all of that information from head to toe of the channel, we will bring it back into the office and put it all onto the computer and start to analyze the data and come up with, you know, some really meaningful statistics, like how much of the river channel is eroding, how much of the river channel has a really healthy, diverse riparian buffer, how much of the channel is, you know, has been manipulated by berms or revetment, maybe channel alignment changes. And we will assess all that information, put it all together, and then provide a summary of all that information into what we call a stream management plan, and provide some recommendations as to the best ways to either maintain, improve, or mitigate some of the issues that we found out here. So we've assessed a lot of streams in the Ashokan Reservoir watershed. We've assessed like Bushnellsville Creek, Stony Clove Creek, Woodland Creek, Bushkill, and we've even done like repeat assessments of a lot of these streams, because we know that they've had a lot of issues, a lot of erosion hazards, a lot of flood hazards, and a lot of particularly like public infrastructure threats and water quality threats that were known to us. And so we haven't, for the longest time, came to the Little Beaver Kill for an assessment because of that, because it wasn't a high priority for the major concerns that we're looking for. But we are interested in the healthy streams as well. So we made it a priority for this season to come out here and walk the Little Beaver Kill to figure out exactly why it's happy versus all the other streams that we've walked in the past. we don't see the water quality concerns is great in this. So the water's pretty clear. There's a lot of clarity. There's not a lot of roadway interaction compared to other streams in the watershed. There's really good forest buffers throughout the majority of the Little Beaverkill and its tributaries, because it's so separated from the road, and even houses are set back more than other streams, that there is some opportunity to maintain access to floodplains and have that riparian zone intact. One of the major differences about the Little Beaverkill versus other streams in the Catskills is that it has a really wide, flat, low gradient valley. A lot of our streams elsewhere in the Catskills are really steep. They don't have a lot of access to floodplains, so all of that energy is concentrated in the channel, and we get a lot of erosion issues. But here in the Little Beaverkill, it's very wide. It's got access to these vast floodplains, very low gradients, so we got like little riffle pool systems. So there's a lot of beaver dams, a lot of beaver activity in this area, which further creates a lot of wetland habitat and just further decreases any erosive power that the stream might have during flooding. And there's a lot of man-made dams as well that really trap a lot of sediment, so there's really not a lot of sediment moving through the system as well. So in some of the other streams in the watershed and the Ashokan Reservoir watershed, we have a lot of issues with excess sediment in the system from all the excessive stream bank erosion. So in certain areas, particularly some populated areas, there's a lot of what we call aggradation, a lot of sediment buildup, a lot of river rock that is built up, causing a lot of channel alignment issues and flooding issues. But in the Little Beaverkill, because of the excellent floodplains and the riparian corridors, there's very little erosion, there's very little sediment production, and overall, because of all of that and the beaver activity, there's a really happy stream, and really stable. We don't see a lot of erosion hazards.